That was a good break.
And we are back. TV Time Machine
We're
Podcast,
back.
episode 104, School Days. Dear old Golden Rule Days.
Yeah. So the funny thing about Camp Cucamonga is it was written by Bennett Tramer, who was the showrunner for Saved by the Bell, the new class. He was the showrunner for Saved by the Bell, the new class. He was a writer on Saved by the Bell. But then
They gave him the EP duties for the spinoff,
yeah,
huh?
Sam Bobrick went on to do some other shows. Oh no, did he die? No, he didn't die. Wait,
On a very special episode of
did he?
Sam Bobrick.
Yeah, I think he died. He didn't
Oh.
do anything after Saved by the Bell. That's probably why he was only the. Oh yeah. Oh no, he just died in 2019. Huh.
Oh.
Yeah, he wrote The Adventures of Captain Crossdresser in 2008 and The Passengers, Texel, 2015.
Never heard of any of those.
Yeah.
But he had a good run. I mean, Saved by the
Yeah.
Bell, that's a good
Yeah.
and
he
Camp
wrote
Cucamonga.
the Wedding in Las Vegas, and he wrote the Hawaiian Style.
And Camp Cucamonga, I mean that should be on.
Well, that's not him. No, that was the other. That's Brett Tramer.
I wonder if we can option that, make that into a feature. Camp Cucamonga. Rolling Stone. Oh,
yeah, 143 episodes he did of that.
Of what? Saved by the Bell?
Brett Tramer, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Back in 2014, this article still pretty holds up. Rolling Stone did a class acts 20 best school TV shows. Saved by the Bell is number 20, but number one is Friday Night Lights.
Oh well, yeah.
I mean, come on, you can't compare those two.
No. One is like cotton candy, you know.
Yeah. And the other one is just
it's like a well-balanced meal.
Yeah, Friday Night Lights is based on the movie and then
feed you.
The NBC drama about Texas football, high school football.
Yeah. But it was about way more than that. Otherwise it wouldn't have.
I didn't really watch it. I didn't see either. I just know something in the sky. Explosions in the sky is really good.
Yeah, I know about the movie. I didn't really watch the show. It was important for a lot of people I know, though. And I think it was one of the first shows that wasn't like, okay, because we have to admit the first shows that had gay characters only allowed them to be comedic and like
goofballs.
There's only a few Will and Grace episodes that are really like, so Friday Night Lights, a lot of people felt like it was one of the first times, especially teens, same-sex relationships had been explored in a realistic way. And so I know a lot of people that were like really into it, but I never caught it because it was during the period I didn't have a TV. But I heard it's really powerful and like.
I think, I mean, it streams on Netflix or one of the streamers, all of them.
Yeah, and I mean that wasn't the only thing that was part of the show,
of course not. But I mean, for it to take place in Texas
and have like a gay football player,
and tackle those subjects.
Yeah.
At number 19, 21 Jump Street came.
I was going to mention when you said there was a show that only had one season, the first thing that came to my head was 21 Jump Street, and then I said the Swans Crossing thing.
How did that only have one season, 21 Jump Street?
because everybody left. Everybody got super
What?
hot. Johnny Depp was in it, and then he exploded, and it had a spin-off because gosh, I can't think of his name.
Richard
Benson.
Grieco, right?
Yeah, he got his own show. I actually have somewhere I have 21 Jump Street collectible trading cards.
Why? Why do they have those?
They had them when I was a kid. I have them. I have some in this like box of like some stuff from when I was a kid.
I typed in IMDb 21 Jump Street and it pulled up the porn 21 Hump Street. I didn't know that was a thing. So let's do a little. I'm shocked that I did not. Booker was the
Booker.
Yeah.
That was the spinoff from it. Yeah.
For some reason as a kid.
I have his trading card too.
No, it's saying 21 Jump Street had 102 episodes, but
Oh,
Johnny Depp left.
he left after the first season, right? Or was it the second season?
I think he left like around season 3. I just remember Stephen J. Cannell was one of the creators, and I just remember this one episode of 21 Jump Street where his character. Why don't they just have his name first? I don't understand that. If he's the star of the show, why is his name not first? Officer Tom Hansen. That's a very plain name, by the way. I thought it was more exotic than that.
That's why you couldn't remember it.
Holly Robinson Pete actually was in every episode. All 102. Peter DeLuise, Dom DeLuise's son, was in the show.
Mm-hmm.
But don't you remember the episode of Johnny Depp's character had a girlfriend? They went to a convenience store. The convenience store gets robbed. She drops a 2-liter.
Yeah.
He gets shot, and then he spends the whole episode obsessing about how he could have saved her by taking off his shoes and kickboxing the guy.
Wasn't there also an emphasis on how long they were in the store?
Yeah, because he
it
would
was
count
like because
down.
like, and they knew how long because of like the videotape or something, and he just kept saying,
he kept replaying that videotape.
well, and he also kept saying 2.2 seconds in 2.2 seconds, you know, like this can happen, and this, you know, like the whole show, and like the captain like grabbed him and
You gotta get it up. You gotta snap out of there.
I totally remember that now.
It's so dark. And then so basically everyone knows the premise. 21 Jump Street is adults that look like kids that go to school undercover to find drug rings and prostitution rings. Became 2 very, very well done film adaptations with.
I've never seen them.
Dude, they're really good.
I heard. Yeah, my older brother tells me.
And like, Chadwick Boseman is not Chadwick Boseman. God damn it. Rest in peace. What's his name? The hottie.
Magic Mike.
Yeah. I can't remember his name. Man, this is bad. If I have to look up IMDb to look up names, what the hell is his name?
I don't know.
But Booker, you know, going back to that spinoff with Richard Grieco, it wasn't. It was more like a comedic version of
Channing Tatum.
Thank you. I should know that. Also on this list, moving on, Welcome Back, Kotta.
Oh yeah, classic.
John Travolta was in this show as a teenager.
I feel like that was the first high school show I watched, you know.
Welcome
it was in reruns, but you know, and that was as a kid I watched that.
We have
probably half the jokes went over my head, and I'm only realizing that now, just thinking about it. Like
it was probably pretty dirty. Craig T. Nelson, Jerry Van Dyke, Coach, set in high school.
I hated Coach. I don't even want to talk about Coach. I hated that show. I did not like that show.
Corin and Nemak starred in Fox's version of Ferris Bueller. Parker Lewis Can't Lose. Very good show.
Oh yeah, that was the Fox Ferris Bueller.
They were trying.
Good call. That Ferris Bueller show.
Oh,
that was so weird.
At number 13 is Ryan Murphy's surprising smash musical hit, Glee.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Very
Glee.
sad episode when the main character passed in real life. That was upsetting. Strangers with Candy. I never really
Oh
got
man, Strangers with Candy
good.
was awesome. I
13.
forgot about that show.
What else?
And there were 2 pilots of Strangers with Candy. Did you know that?
I never saw that show.
There were 2 pilots, and the first one was too raunchy. So they made another pilot.
They made another pilot. They should have just toned down.
And Stephen Colbert was on that show.
Yep.
He was one of the teachers. That just, yeah.
Oh, here's another one from the 80s I remember all of a sudden. Robin Givens, Head of the Class.
Oh, yeah.
That was actually really good.
Yeah, I loved that show. It sucks that, what's his name, became like a
Pedophile?
pedivore, yeah.
The teacher?
No,
The heavy guy? Dennis Haskins.
yeah, Dan Schneider. Dan Schneider, yeah.
He was on iCarly and Victorious on Nickelodeon.
Well, he was also on
Dennis Blunden.
He was also that was his character's name, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And him and his friend on Head of the Class, Arvid, I can't remember the actor's name,
Mm-hmm.
but him and Arvid were on Keenan and Kel's show. They were the manager, and like they worked. Keenan or Kel worked at a grocery store, and those 2 worked at the store, or like were the manager of the store, and the other one was like at the school. But they were both on that show. I only remember because my little brother watched it, and I was like, what is that guy doing on here? You know, like, wait, both of them are on here? I'm like, are they the same characters? Is it this them?
Is this a crossover spinoff?
Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, what is this?
I remember that show always had an element of it ending because the teacher was a sub and his contract kept getting extended.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, because the original teacher was from our WKP in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Right? WKRP in Cincinnati. And then
Johnny Fever.
The other guy took over.
And then they had a prodigy girl.
Yeah, yep, I remember her. I don't think she acted after that show. I think she was a one and done. Like child actor, like, nah, I'm good on this.
Probably made enough money. Number 9.
Yeah.
At 8 and 9, coming in at 9 and 8 are Community and The Wonder Years. Veronica Mars, number 7, A Different World, number 6. The Wire, number 5. I've never seen The Wire. Not sure.
I didn't know it was that much about high school.
Oh, 3 and 2 are interesting. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the series. That a lot of people don't know was based on the Christy Swanson and Luke Perry movie by the same title. Terrible film.
Paul Rubens and David Arquette are also in that film. David Arquette's, they're both like the lower tier vampires.
I remember as my mom walked into the theater and escorted me and my brothers out of that movie. So embarrassing. I don't know how she found us. Number 2, Freaks and Geeks. Judd Apatow.
I loved Freaks and Geeks.
It's just got released on Hulu. Free plug. You're welcome, Seth Rogen. Very underrated. Another 1-season wonder. Like, why did you cancel this?
And you know what? That was canceled, brought back, and then canceled again.
I didn't. 18 episodes.
I watched it, and when they canceled it, I was like, what? Why'd they cancel that show? It was amazing. And at that time, I was like playing in bands, and like me and my brothers were promoters at that point. So I wasn't watching TV as much, and it was like one of the only shows I watched. And they canceled it, and I was like,
Really
That's
dumb.
really mad.
However,
And
ironically,
then they brought it back, and I was like, yeah. And then they canceled it again. It was like,
this show, he brought some characters into Undeclared, I think, or no?
yes, some of them were on Undeclared. Martin Starr was, right? Seth Rogen was.
It
They didn't.
launched the careers of Seth Rogen, James Franco, Jason Segel, Linda Cardellini, who went on to do ER,
Yep.
and Busy
They all.
Phillips,
They all. And you missed somebody. What's
Francis
his name?
Daly, John Francis Daly,
Yeah, and he's on.
John Francis Daly Garcia.
Gosh, what
Actually,
is he on? He's on.
he doesn't know it yet.
Is he on
Um,
Bones?
he was on
He's on.
Bones. He played Sweets and
And
Bones.
then
Got shot and killed in that show.
yeah, and he's on some other show too now.
He is writing all the Spider-Man.
Oh, that's right.
Homecomings.
He's writing movies too.
And he wrote Vacation. Co-wrote
Mhm.
Vacation.
And
Very funny.
And Undeclared started off Jay Baruchel and who else came out of that? Not as many people came out of that one. Carla Gallo.
It doesn't give me the whole list, unfortunately, but definitely check out Freaks
He
and
was
Geeks
also
on
in.
Hulu.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for joining us in this episode. But Adam, do you have a movie pick for the week?
I don't. I did want to mention that one TV movie though, Detention.
Oh yeah.
The Siege at Johnson High.
Detention. That sounds familiar.
It was about a school shooting, and a former student, he comes back to get revenge on this teacher who failed him.
Freddie
And
Prinze Jr.
He saw it as the catalyst for everything going wrong in his life. And so the shooter was Ricky Schroeder. Freddie Prinze Jr. was a student in the class and became like a hero in it, you know. And Henry Winkler was in it.
He's always been a teacher.
Yeah. And there's somebody else. Oh, and Kip Niven, who's like a big character actor. He was in Magnum Force. He's in a bunch of stuff. He's in so many things.
Skip Fine.
He's got
Henry's
92 credits on IMDb. Like he's in so many things. But yeah, that movie was one of my favorite made-for-TV movies ever. And it was made before school shootings were even a thing.
So it was like super controversial.
It was really weird. Like, I don't even think Columbine had happened when it came out.
Columbine happened in 99, right? So this came out in 97.
Was it 99?
I think so. God forgive me if I'm wrong on this date. However,
I just remember, yeah, it was 99.
This detention, the siege at Johnson High, was also known as Hostage High in Canada.
Love you, buddy.
Interesting.
What's happening?
Film in a show. Go.
Hi.
Go out right now. He's like, oh,
Hi, Dad.
hi.
Oh,
Why, Dad?
we'll have to get all the kids on here to talk about their favorite shows.
Yeah.
You're the sad.
All right.
All right. Well,
That-
thank you so much for joining us on this episode. Our next episode is going to be about, I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I kind of like the idea of talking about TV movies.
Yeah, we could do that.
Movies of the week are not something no one knows about anymore. And I remember those were huge when I was a kid.
They always were.
That whole phenomenon, was it films that couldn't make it?
I don't know.
Broadcast-wise?
I don't know what that was. I feel like made for TV movies at that point in time were like a breeding ground for new directors.
Yeah, we got to research that. Anyway, from the TV Time Machine podcast, I'm Luis.
And I'm Adam. And that's
We love
Adam.
TV. And see you next time. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us. Leave your favorite school shows in the comments.
Yeah, in the comments, please like, subscribe, follow us at Varsia B on Twitter and the TV Time Machine on Instagram. And please let us know if you have any show ideas or people that you want to have on the show. We're open to ideas. And thank you so much for the listeners and viewers on YouTube. This is great.
Yeah, thanks.
Like, subscribe, share. All right. Oh, be right back.